Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. It's another game that I never really got to play when it first came out. I watched a friend play it though. But not like the whole thing or anything, but enough to be like, okay, it's kind of cool. But, because I never had an Xbox, nor did I have a PC that could play games too well, so that was kind of just my life there when that came out. But another friend gave me an Xbox, and along with Kotor 2 and a lot of other games, but I played Kotor and loved it. Loved that game. Now, I love it mainly because of the story and the characters. The gameplay combat isn't bad, but I don't play KOTOR for the combat. Let's just say that. It's serviceable. You can make do with it, but it's not super awesome either. It's not that it's a turn-based thing, because I love turn-based games, but just the way they do it in KOTOR is just not really for me, per se. But the story of KOTOR 1, now, I do prefer KOTOR 2's story and themes and all that good stuff, but KOTOR 1's story is just so wonderfully Star Wars. An amazing twist, amazing characters. HK-47 is always going to be one of my favorite Star Wars characters ever. There's no way they're going to change that. Yes, he is so wonderfully written, so wonderfully voice acted, and just everything about HK-47 is just so good. But again, it's like other RPGs of this vein. The more you talk to your companions, the more you learn about them. The more you learn their backstories, just everything about them. And I really like that. It does kind of make it somewhat difficult to get close to everyone. Like, because there are certain little character quests that you can miss if you don't have certain people in your party, which I guess, if you can be like, okay, I want to have, say, Mission and Salbar in your party, you'll get certain things with them, as opposed to if you just went with Karth and Bastila, you wouldn't get certain things with Mission or whoever, and Of course, one thing I like about HK-47s is that when you it's tied to your own character, and preparing his core or whatever, and he tells you all about these stories and whatnot, and they're all great. So yeah, but yeah, KOTOR 1 is, story-wise, all that good stuff is just really, really wonderful. Characters are great, like I said. The different planets you go to are all really neat. Obviously, you start on Taurus, you make your way to Dantooine, become a Jedi, and then you can choose between Kashyyyk, Korriban, Manon. Why am I blanking? Kashyyyk, Korriban, Manon, and Tatooine. Duh. And there's no right or wrong way of going through all the planets, but there is probably a pretty good path that you should take. Obviously, in my opinion, going to get HK47 as soon as possible is probably the best thing to do because it's HK47, and why would you want to not have him as early as possible, you know? And I do kind of think that Korriban should be done last, but that's just me. Also because of the twist, it makes that world a lot more enjoyable than funnier, but that's just me. But again, it's just from start to finish, it's just, you know, good Star Wars. That's basically how I view KOTOR. It's just really well done, fun, enjoyable, deep, good Star Wars. And that's really, you know, there's not really much else to say because, like I said, combat not really that great for me in the game, but because you can exploit it and you can become supremely powerful if you know what you're doing, which is fine, but still, like, the combat's not really engaging for me. But for me, it might be for someone else, who knows. But yeah, so that's really all I have to say. If you haven't played KOTOR, I do suggest playing it. I know there's a KOTOR remake coming. You know, we'll see how that is and what they'll do with it. But for now, yeah, so thank you everyone for watching, and as always, thank you for being awesome. And until next time.